All right, there you go. Spruce Railroad Trail. Talks about it, gives a little bit of the history, blah, blah, blah. It's open to people, bicycles, no motorcycles, no horses. Anyway, like I said, it's a beautiful trail. It's fairly straight. Yeah, because it's a railroad, it's straight. So, but anyway, there's a lot of interesting things to see along the way. We'll get to that when we come upon them. Again, we're out in nature here. It looks like we're about 100 feet above the, maybe 150 feet above the lake. I was reading about this Lake Crescent again. Officially, it's listed at 621 feet above sea level. I think I mentioned before that it was about 500 or over. Oh my God. They've changed this last time I've been here. They paved this. They paved it. They made it wider and they paved it. Well, they want to make it so that bicycle riders can have a little more leeway on the trail here. And oh my God, you can drive a vehicle down through here. Now I know the Park Service might do that, but hopefully we'll get down to the end here. We'll start turning into an actual trail. Unless I heard rumors that they were rehabbing this whole trail. Now, I can't imagine that they paved the whole thing all the way through. That would just take away some of the sights along the way, you know? Because I've noticed before, there's spots where you can see the old wooden trestles that were, you know, down by the water, you know, down by the lake. The old trestles that were actually used for the railroad, and they were covered up by, you know, gravel, you know, or whatever, maintained. And right next to the water. I mean, this train just went right as it gets down closer to the water here. You know, it goes right along the water. I mean, they're within about 6 feet of the water, you know, less than 10 feet. So, and as I have mentioned on a couple of my other videos, adventure, that, sorry for the camera bouncing up and down while I walk, but I'm looking around for a device that will help stabilize the video. So we'll get there, maybe the next adventure or so. Hopefully I got some money coming in and we'll take care of that for you guys. Hi. There we go, bicyclists. And a widened area in this road. This is a road, man. Well, I mean, the actual road itself is only about 6 or 8 feet wide, paved, and then it's kind of gravel after that, you know, on both sides. I might have to get a bicycle out here or something. Yeah, I'll have to figure out where it starts at, and then that would be an interesting ride. I mean, it's all downhill to the lake, but then it's all uphill to get back. So, but you know, bicycles these days, they got like 21 speeds or whatever, you know, so piece of cake. Yeah, this has all been fairly changed. Now, you may not know it, but you can discern about how they built this train passage through the woods back in the old days, because you'll see where the dirt has been dug on one side and there's still a little bit of a hillside on the other side. And then later you can see where it was built up in spots. And then there's a couple of trestles, but like I said, for the most part, most of those trestles are buried. Okay, well, like I was saying earlier about the lake, officially it's listed at 621 feet above sea level, and the official depth of the lake is 624 feet. Well, I slightly disagree with it. I've read articles where, like I was saying in an earlier video, they had an ROV go down and measure the depth. It got down to the maximum depth of the ROV at 1,200 feet, and they still couldn't find the bottom of this lake. 1,200 feet! Well, I'm going to have to reread that article, find out what that's all about, maybe do a little more research. Because if that's the case, you would think that that would have been an official source, you know, to reclassify the depth of this lake. So, again, only being 621 feet above sea level, it's still a pretty deep lake. Well, this is a change of events. They went and paved this whole thing. I mean, officially, yeah, it was a train trestle here, but you'd be walking right where the dirt was, you know, where they pulled up the railroad ties and just smoothed it out. Now it's all built up with gravel and paved. Well, you know, they just modernized it like they do everything, really. They just made it more convenient for the bicyclists. You know, as society gets back to nature and its roots and stuff, you know, people are getting out and bicycling a little bit more. And then you got the woods, you got big, huge trees that fall down during the winter and stuff. And, you know, it's beautiful out here. It is beautiful out here. And there's all kinds of trees. Spruce, pine, Doug fir. All kinds. Man, the diversity of trees out here is phenomenal. Distinctively not represented here is the long needle pines. The long needle pines, people have them in your yards, but typically they're eastern Washington. You don't see them in western Washington. You know, on this side of the Cascades. For some reason, like I say, you only see them in people's yards where they've, you know, they planted them. Oh. I was just watching a video of how somebody was teaching a class on getting back to nature, and these new sprouts on the trees are all edible. I mean, you can eat all of these leaves, but most of them are fairly, you know, rough tasting. The light colored ones, as they sprout out like this, are more sweet. Now, this one being a spruce, you can tell the difference between no, that's not a spruce. What am I thinking? There's two kinds of pines. There's flat needle pines, and then there's square needle pines. Square needle pines are regular. And I'm going to taste one of these. Stick that in my mouth and see what that tastes like. All right. First impressions. Earthy. I don't know. Oh man, so I was watching this guy, he was teaching a class, and they were walking around a park and teaching about how you can survive off of nature. Right? And so he was showing us all kinds of things you can eat, dandelion, flowers, stems, even the roots, for that matter, if you wanted to prepare them. Right? And clover, and all kinds of stuff, you know. Okay. The one thing that impresses me is that they've made this trail 10 times wider. It used to wind through the trees, and they've cleared out a lot of the trees. All right, hang on a second here. I'm getting thirsty. Oh, let me put you down for a second. Ah. Oh, God. Ah, there we go. I brought a little lunch here. I got some aged goat cheese and some jack links. Whew. That is good. My drink of choice today is my standard green tea, diet green tea. I like that stuff. Oh man, there's all kinds of people out here today. Got more bicyclists, people walking their dogs. Ooh. Howdy. Good morning. Hi. So, and oh, looks like they have redug out the ditch over here. Okay. I'm still waiting for this trail to go back to a trail. Right now, it just seems like an old desolate road is what it is. Now, I knew here about 6 years ago when I was in the Park Service, I knew that they were starting to, they were going to start rehabbing the other end of the trail. And I never did see it. So over the next year or so after that, they probably started from that end and kind of worked their way through. It'll be interesting to see how they went around the tunnels there. You know, we got technology these days. You know, if they wanted to make those tunnels safe, they could just reopen the entrances to them and you know, spray shotcrete up on the ceiling and the walls of it to kind of hold it all together. I mean, there's hardly any rocks that fell down over the last 100 years. You know, you would think that it's relatively stable. The only reason they put up signs, you know, to say there's possibility of falling rocks, because they use freaking dynamite to blast the stupid openings closed. You know, they bring down half the mountain to close up the openings. Well, they did 3 of the 4 openings. The one that we're going to come up on here before too long was actually almost still wide open. And that's where we're going to go, see if they've changed that in anything. Like like I said, it'll be interesting to see if they've kind of undug them and opened them up. Because I know for a fact that they can't continue this paved path / road around some of the obstacles that are out here. Once you get to the tunnels, then the lake side is nothing but a sheer cliff. Goes right straight down into the water. So, like I said, we'll have to see how they've managed to do that. All right, there's the water. Getting closer and closer. Now we're only about 50 feet above the water. It doesn't even really feel like it, but we've been walking kind of downhill the whole time. Oh man, oh, and the sunshine's beating on this blacktop. I can feel it right now. I'm still wearing my coat. Well, we're gonna have to shed that here before too long. Kind of stick it through my belt or something. There's a funny story for you. Stick it through my belt. I'm getting skinny enough to where I can do that now again, after a long time. Aha! Well, another semi-rock fall where you can't really see it too well. Maybe you can, I don't know. Semi-cliff face where they've had to dig out the fallen rocks and stuff. Now, I keep looking down here around the water because, like I said, there was evidence of a train trestle here before. We'll keep an eye out for that. Whee! Uh-oh, bicycles. Oh my God, I see the bridge. There's a real fancy bridge up here that I wanted to talk about. Except I can't remember the stupid name of it. It's like Bainbridge Bridge or something like that. I don't know. I can't remember exactly what it is. Check it out. Look at that cliff face. See where the rock is separated from the other layers up on top of it. And this is a new cut right here. And see, that's even fallen down over here. This is new cut. They've dug this out. Now before, this used to fall against the trail, and you used to have to step up a few feet of the trail to get over it. Oh, geez, you know what? I see what they've done. Yeah. They've bypassed the tunnels up here, I think. Either that or they built another bridge. Like I said, I haven't been out here. I didn't go this last year, but the year before I did. So this is all brand new stuff. And then here's oh, yeah. You like I said, the old train trestle. Hang on, let me show you. They built this up by 10 feet. See, there's an old log right here. And there's a couple of posts in here, and then over here. That used to be the old train trestle. You'd hardly notice it if you didn't know it was there before. But I remember it being there. So there's not a whole lot of it left. Huh. Big old huge brand new pipes. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And Oh, okay. That's not the bridge yet. That's just a railing. They put a railing up, like I said, because they've raised this about 10 feet. Let me take another look over here by the water. See if I can see anything. Yeah, nothing specific. All right, well, it's getting warm out here, so it's going to be 75 today. So this morning about, oh, it's getting close to noon. It must be getting up into the low 70s by now. So hang on, let's get you guys settled down here and get my my coat off. Oh, these people went and parked here for a little bit. Hello. Hi. This is a beautiful walkway here. / bike ride. See now, look at that lake. Now see, across the water over there is a summer camp, picnic area, and it's open to the public, and pretty cool. So, and of course this huge lake. Oh, that's a neat bicycle. I like those. 3-wheeled. Oh, wind's coming up. And again, you can see where they've dug out of the hillside here to make the railroad track. And oh man, heck of a breeze flowing through here, Jesus. And they've dug into the hill about as much as they could, you know, because shit, that water down there, they just go straight down. Aha! Oh my God! It is, it's true. Just like I said, they've cleaned it out. They've opened up both ends. And now they got the train trestle that goes right straight through. Oh my God. Wow. See, now, you used to have to walk around the end of the rock over there to get around this point, you know, and they still probably have the old trail over there, but that's a nice bike you got there. Jeez. Oh yeah, yeah. And then, of course, digging out the hill a little bit more, they put the chain link mesh all over the hillside up there, you know, so that rocks don't go flying all over the trail and everything. Yep, they've cleaned the tunnels out. See, there's the old trail over there. See where those people are right there? That's the old trail. You can still go on it. Of course, now this is a short tunnel. This one's only about 100 feet long, and then the other one's more like 300, 400 feet long. Man, I was going to stop here and crawl inside the cave. Oh, you know what? Look at that. They've sunk anchors into the ceiling and they sprayed it with shotcrete. I was correct. I told you it was that new technology. And this looks like it's higher than it used to be. So maybe they knocked out some loose rock that was up there. Oh my God, the veins in the rocks. Awesome. A geologist would go crazy over this stuff. So, and then big old trestle here. Oh my God, this is all brand new. All brand new. You can smell the wood. And this is a new bridge too. Not the one I was thinking of, I don't think. Oh yeah, you can smell this too. That smells like treated lumber. That's what that smells like. Oh my God. Huh. Oh, amazing. And then of course, again, you can tell the new from the old just about. They, like I said, they dynamited the freaking heck out of the ends of these things and buried them, and now they dug them all back out again. Go figure. What the hell they do that in the first place? And then they got concrete abutments on the either side there. Oh, let's take a look at this thing here. Typically that's what a bridge looks like that the Park Service usually has. And then as we continue, now see, I was only going to take you down to about this far, but you know, since they've improved it, God, look at that water. That water, look at that water. Can you see how deep that is right there? You see the colors in it? That's blue. It goes from green to blue, and blue is, of course, deeper. That just basically drops right off. I mean, it's probably a good 10, 15 feet right out there. And then over there it drops. I mean, it just drops. They're out there in the boat. People love to go fishing out here in the lake. Big old area here, man. You could stop and rest and set up camp or whatever. I don't know if you're allowed to camp with your tents here and stuff. Oh my God. Look at the size of that hill. That's all solid rock. Now, when you there's a hiking trail back about a mile before we got to the end of the trail there, where it goes up a pyramid peak is what the trail is called, and it goes up along the hillside there, and it's about 5 miles long. It goes up to the lookout tower at the end over there. I've shown you that in the last video. And there's a spot not too far down from here which is called the Devil's Slide. The trail up there goes across this Devil's Slide up at the upper part of it, and the footsteps where people have dug out gets covered up quite easily because it's a straight drop. It drops for a couple 100 feet just right down this slide. That's why they call it Devil's Slide. And so it's difficult. That's one passage that's really difficult unless you bring a shovel with you. That's a treacherous part of the trail. But, well, whoops, hang on. All right, I gotta tighten my bottles here. So anyway, I'm just kind of giving you guys a nice little stroll up here. But again, you know, I'm kind of disappointed it's not a trail anymore. I suppose they made it easier for, in case somebody gets in trouble out here or needs medical assistance or something, they can just jump up here with an aid unit and come straight out here and help them back real quick. You know, because it is about a, you know, from parking lot to parking lot, it's about a 4-mile trek. You know, from one end to the other. One's at the west end of the lake, and the other one's at the south end. No, I'm sorry, at the north end. The north end of the lake. So now, if I remember right, oh my God, check out the size of this rock. There's that giant honking boulder up here. These things, they fall down from the hill. As you can see here, there's a few large ones up in here, and then another one is rolled across the way here. There's evidence that they've had to come here and clean this out a couple of times. So, oh shit, look at that. There's Mama Deer and her 2 little babies. Can you see those? Right there? I'd zoom in, but I don't know the settings on my... Anyway, there she goes. Feeding her little ones. They still got speckles on them. They were just born this spring. Cool. There you go. Got some deer for you. Ooh, I'm smelling marijuana. Somebody's enjoying themselves. And that being legal in this state. There's one of those blow-up rafts. Paddle boards. All right, nice. Oh yeah, she's smoking. Okay, that's where it's coming from. I got it. And she's probably from over the park there. See, there's another kind of view of the park right there. And there's a boat ramp over there. You can enter the lake from and stuff. Now, so if I'm not mistaken, we should be down here close to the other cave. And as you've seen, there's a really good chance that they went and opened up that one as well. That one was completely, almost totally covered up with the dynamite blasts. I was able to get into it, you know, several years ago, but it was real tricky. It was really, really tight. You just about had to squeeze down through the opening to get in. Then, like I said, it was like 300-400 feet long, and it was dark in there. Oh, my God. So they've really done a lot to this trail, man. Now it's not even a hiking trail anymore, really, to say. It's more catering to the bicyclists. So I don't know, as I get older, I might have to think about getting a bicycle. I don't know. I got my Harley though, you know what I mean? I mean, you can't ride your Harley up on a trail like this. Motorized vehicles are not allowed unless they're from the Park Service. Well, you know my code says it's Park Service. I never took the badges off. I'm retired now. But oh yeah. I want to be able to see where this Devil's Slide is at, if we can see it from this trail down here. Now you can see it from across the way over there. Jeez. Oh my God, it's windy today. That's because the wind is coming from the east, blowing west. And so it's coming right down this trail here, east to west. Now, typically, I'll take sections of the trail and cut them out if they're boring for you guys. But I find up noticing that I happen to narrate a lot while I'm walking through the trail. So, I mean, it's, you know, content. Let you guys kind of understand what the hell is going on. There you go. Some trees have been cut. Now, let's look at the age of some of these trees. There's a good wide growth on those. It's looking to be anywhere from 40 to 50 years, and that's pretty much when they've abandoned the railroad, you know, 70 years ago. It's pretty much in the 50s and 60s when it was abandoned. But it could have been getting overgrown even by that point. So, oh my God, there's some really thick rings in the middle there. Whoo! They're like 3/4 of an inch wide. That's some pretty healthy growth there. So they trimmed all these trees. That opens them up to the lake, give you some beautiful views. I'm still looking for train trestles, but I'm not seeing any. That pretty much covered up most of that stuff. Oh, that's all right. Well, the good thing about this trail is that you can bring one of those sweepers down here each year and just kind of whoop, you know, all the leaves and the needles and stuff like that come down during the winter, and limbs and trees and stuff like that. So they clean this thing right off. That's what I used to do for the Park Service. One of my many duties that I had down there, I'd take the sweeper out and go to some of these campgrounds and things like that and go sweep all the trail, the parking spots and the roads off inside the park, or the campground. So, all right. Very good, very good. So, where's that other tunnel? We're gonna take a peek around this next corner here and see if we can see another tunnel. Now, if we don't see that tunnel, then I might conclude this walk that we have here today. But we'll make that determination here in a moment. We got to see a lot of nature. We got to see some animal life. One deer, I mean, when I worked for the Park Service, I got to see deer almost every day. And then 2 or 3 times during my 6-month stay with them, you'd see an elk herd come down to people's pastures and stuff. And they'd come down with 20s, 30s. It'd be a whole big herd. Nice. You don't see the elk very much. They don't come down very often. I don't know. They live up in the mountains. Jesus. Yeah, all this has been built up. Trail used to go down there about another 6-8 feet from this point. They whacked all the trees out. So nice. And then across the way there, I was going to slow down and stop at one of those parking spots over there and kind of look over this way and kind of give you a preview. But now you get to see the whole thing. All right, so this is the east end of the North Shore, north side of the lake. Oh my God, the sunshine is beating off of this blacktop. Nice. Nice, beautiful, low 70s kind of day. I'm liking it. Warning. Oh, look at this. They got cable that runs over here. Oh my God. That's not nature. Of course, there's, you know, farther up, there's houses. You know. So I guess that's where the cable comes in. And I'm looking up the pathway here for another almost a half a mile, and I'm not seeing any tunnel. I mean, yes, I know it's there. In fact, it's right around that other corner. So let me skip through a little bit of this video here, and I'll get up there around the other far corner and stuff. Catch you in a bit. All right, all right, we are back. The next train bridge tunnel is going to be right around the corner up here, I am so told. But I happened to come across a little tiny creek. I heard running water, and this time of year, being middle of June, this is the first water I've seen running off the hill here. And something else I've noticed, there are no benches along this trail. Now, the last video that I showed you guys, Dungeness Spit, they had benches along the trail before it led down to the beach. This trail, not so much. Now maybe they might think about putting some in a little later. All right. People enjoying the weather and swimming. I'll tell you what, though. I'm thinking this lake is pretty cold because it's so deep. Now, the other lake that's next to us, Lake Sutherland, it's much shallower. So the later parts of the summer, that lake has a tendency to warm up quite a bit. And there's a swimming area down there, you know, so people like to get out and go over to there, but this lake, not so much. It stays pretty cold most of the year. And it's glacier fed, you know. Most of the little streams and rivers that come off the hillsides over here, it's coming right off of the snowpack up in the mountains. Since we're, you know, deep into the mountains. All right, so the part that I left you guys out of was semi-boring. I must have walked another mile here down the path. Mile and a half. I thought these two tunnels were closer together, but I suppose not. So I've had to ask a couple of people along the way here, you know, where's that tunnel? And oh yeah, it's right up here. It's right up here. So we're going to get to that. Whew. So anyway, I just checked my blood sugar here just a little bit ago, and it's coming down. It's right now it's at 80. So I'm going to have to stop and have my lunch. That's why I was thinking about a bench or something. You know, I'm going to have to kind of old school it. Pick a log or something, you know. Oh, I can see it. Right up there. Can you see it right there? There's the tunnel. Okay. And as I can tell right now, they've cleaned it out. Now this is I remember this being a hot spot over here against the shore over here. People like to swim out there, and there's a few people out there right now swimming. So, all right, well, we got a few people up here. Oh yeah. So the hillside just kind of juts right out over here, and again, it was something they didn't want to completely blow up and get rid of, so they just burrowed right through it, made a cave. So we'll get to it here in a minute. And like, hopefully, I want to see what kind of facilities they have right around there. I want to, they got a table or chairs or some kind of a bench or something. And we're going to check it out here in a minute. So, I just take a second there and check my my phone. It's got a good sized battery on it. It's got 4 amp hours, so it should be able to do videos like this quite a bit. Oh, young lady jogging through the woods. Yeah, right, the woods. This is a freaking highway out here. Oh my God. All right, hang on a second here. We're gonna have to take a moment here. My coat's falling down. Okay. We are situated. They've reinforced it, and it looks like they've lined it with metal piping. We'll see when we get up here. And there are no tables. So, oh my God. There's new technology for you. Somebody sitting there talking on their cell phone. Can you imagine 100 years ago? Oh heck, even 50 years ago. There wasn't anything, there was no such thing as cell phones. And now, well, everybody's got one, you know. Well, we'll take a peek at this tunnel here real quick. Oh, another paddle boarder out there. Oh, with their puppy dog. Whoop, puppy dog went in the drink. Puppy dog went into the drink. Oh, he's hanging on. There he is. Like I said, that's cold water. See all those people out there just swimming, having a good time. Yeah. All right, so let's check this out. So they've removed all the filled in dirt. And, well, I tell you, that's pitch black in there. Yeah, this is a longer one. Like I said, it's about 300-400 feet long. I don't see any light down at the end of it there. But they've completely filled in with this metal pipe, at least at the beginning here. Yeah. So let's get in here a little bit. Oh, you cannot see that. I'd have to turn on my, hang on, let me see if I can turn my, it's got a canoe going there. Oh my God, it's a 3-legged dog. I like your 3-legged puppy dog there. He's cute. All right. Oh, like I said, I stopped to have a little lunch right there. But anyway, I guess we're headed back. That'll take care of it for this. Well, hang on. Let me take another look at this tunnel up here.
see where in front of her canoe is? Right there, it falls off the shelf.
Yeah. I'll let him go back down where, on the other side where we did. Because see, you can get to it right there, which would be fine, but the girls can't get out. Guys can't get out on this job. Alrighty. See you guys. Oh, God, look, there's a boat. I was at my phone so I could get a picture.
All right. I did show this to you a little bit ago, but I probably won't come back for another couple more years, so I want to take a second look at this real quick. Got some real sturdy metal tunnel components here, only at the beginning. Oh my God! Check out that wind coming through here. You can't feel it, but I sure can. I need my... I can't turn my light on, my flashlight to my phone. But you can barely see the light up at the end of the tunnel here. Yeah. Yep, there's the other end of it. Jesus. Just about need a light going through here. And just like the other tunnel, it looks like they've sprayed some shotcrete up on the ceiling. I'll probably put in some metal anchors up there as well. And just like the other end, they got the metal piping up around the entrance here. And that's the end of this tunnel. And like I say to all of you guys, if you made it this far in my video, please throw me a like and a subscribe. And don't forget the comments either. There's those fastening bolts that they use. You can see those. And we got kids climbing a hillside. All right, well, thank you guys for coming. I'm going to sign off for now, and we'll get this up posted online. Thank you for taking the tour with me.